Hello, this is Gerald Javawas. Is it possible to learn these characters, these Chinese characters, a little bit better by understanding also the background of the theory of letter positions that I already described in many ways? For me, it helps. I'm not, I don't speak fluent Chinese at all. I make a lot of mistakes, but this method of myself helps me also to learn the language a bit more quickly and the characters to remember the characters and so on a little bit better. And I hope that my finds how I do that, and that I also tell you in these videos will maybe help some other people as well. So we have Xiao or autumn. That's the next in line of seasons that we have translated to Chinese. And I will tell you what the characters have as references that you can recognize these characters a bit better, and also how you can remember the sounds and how you can associate the sounds as well. And the background that I use for it is the positions of letters in space and the orientation that we use them as a balance in how to find balance in the world. We are in communication. We try to find elements that are stable, but of course there are so many variations of this looking for stability, which is not always there, and we have to see like, okay, what is changing there, what is not there yet, or what do we have to do to make it to understand what we are seeing. The Chinese characters are all about the whole timing process, what we need to do, what we need to check out, what we need to realize before we have a good and correct behavior, that it is also a stabilized position of a character that is showing also its conditions, what it has, and how we have to behave towards it. It's there in a minor way in other languages as well, but here we have an extra guidance via this square of 4 seasons, which also tells you what kind of yin-yang position that you have also in each word. And we have now autumn, of course, as the next one. So it's I combine it with the other characters, Qi, which I already explained before, Qi. You can recognize a first character. It's based upon 2 characters. The first character is this he, or grain, which you can also explain as something where that is prosperous. The he, that where something can grow, where something is able to be there, so that it can grow out and endure a certain time and continue a certain time. That's where this character comes in. The second character is the element of fire, of what breaks apart, what as you can see there, and it breaks open, but it also breaks apart. It's that hua, or fire. And of course, autumn and fall, why is it with fire associated? If in a way this first character is not just about everything that grows, it's also the hua, or fire. It has already the color, it has the visibility of fire. It's not prosperous in water or in light and so on. No, it is already breaking apart, burning up, as a matter of speaking. That's how you can recognize and sense also how autumn fits with that tree and fire, as you can also see. And the first character is not just about grains. You can also recognize the tree there, the character of tree. And that's what it basically is that association of the tree with fire. You can see that fire in the leaves, of course. Okay, but let's also continue to associate the position of the letters, of the sounds. The pinyin script is used as a foundation, although you sometimes pronounce it slightly different, which makes it more difficult, but the pinyin is quite close to what you need for it. So we'll always base upon ourselves upon that written script, how you have to pronounce it, even though that some letters could be pronounced in different ways. There's a method to it, how you have to pronounce it, and that's written down in this pinyin script. So what you also can say is, of course, Qiūtiān, Tian, which is basically also saying like, okay, it's autumn as an element. Tian is also the element of the heavens. You can see it's the heaven. It opens itself up, and you can see, and it is there on its own. It's that element. It's not just heaven. It's also the element of autumn. That's how you can combine it also with Tian. Now I will add the letters to it. So the letters will be in the right position. So you have the Q as a letter there, then the I, and then the U. It is you can you have them here in this in the right positions, in the blue part, the green part, or in the red part, and there you can still switch it a little bit to have more balance. That's what you also can do. The main thing is, of course, you have to be able to read it so that you can have a distinction in the same order and rhythms, that you have Q, I, U, that you can read it into the right positions and in the right order and in the right rhythm, so that you can make something from it in the background, that you can give it in order. At this moment it will be Chinese for you probably, that it has no meaning, but I will come to the meaningfulness of these positions very quickly. And also adapt the size, because the U is in the second position of the first category. It is also in a bit smaller size, so it is. So we have now the 3 letters that I need to read my word correctly in the right position. So what is there to see? We have the several positions, and each position in time and space has a specific meaningful position as well. It's not just there in the background, so the QVG can be there in the background, like H, R, and I and S can be there in the background. They also have a meaning. The first 3 points in the red zone are about starting points. The next one are about additional movements, changes, and so on, and limiting some of the range of what you have with I and S. So Q is the first one. It is the starting point of context. So it actually says, no, we have to start to look for context first. It's the first thing we need to do. Second letter, E, says we also have to limit the context. So we have to check the context, limit the context, and it is also about limited context, so we have to give attention to that point. That's what the letters are about. Give attention to that aspect. And the last letter, the U, is that that is about the placement. You only have a real placement, you have the objective, you have the objective placement now, and you say basically, now we go further with what we already have. In the background is also this sound O is there as well. So what is the placement of O? O is about where about the timings, the changes in timing, where the continuation, where we can start to see where the continuations are. So we have the moments. We have a moment. This is the perfect moment, and that's the next moment, and we can define them. That's our attention to. So we focus upon the moments of where it will make a difference. So how I will translate this now to autumn or to fall is very easy. I will give attention to what is already all the incomplete things that comes out of it, that are brought forward, are limited, are limiting myself. This is my reality now. This is where I really have to focus upon. In autumn, we focus upon the reality of that everything is diminishing. Everything is we don't have so much left over anymore. Just look at the leftovers. Look what works or what does not work. That's basically it. You can still check the video a few times to Do you understand what I'm saying? But you understand, of course, what you need at kind of attention autumn needs. Thanks again for watching. Bye.